So going into this movie, I definitely wasn't as they have been about the other ones, but coming out of it, I was so emotional. Real quick, before the opening credits, a Mockingjay comes on, and it starts being on fire, and I was flipping a shit. I had no idea, and I was, for a second, you know, maybe there's gonna be a teaser, but it was just the tease. Olivia is sitting next to me, my sister. I'm like, what? What is it? I don't know what that is. So Breaking Dawn opened up with credits. We had opening credits, which was interesting, and they were really cool and dextery, and I really liked them. And Carter Burwell, I didn't realize he was doing the score. He did the score for Twilight. They brought back Bella's Lullaby. It was just really nice to hear, and it brought back a lot of emotions from seeing the first Twilight film and worrying so much about the lullaby. I really can't believe that it's over. But, you know, they ended with a bang. Of all the films, this is my top rated. Then Eclipse, Part 1, New Moon, Twilight. This one was definitely my favorite. And you know why it's my favorite? Because of that ending. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. This is gonna be a spoilery movie review, and this has a twist on it that you don't want to miss. You don't want to be spoiled on if you haven't seen Breaking Dawn Part 2 yet. The movie opens and we jump right into the first hunt scene, which is one of my favorite chapters of all the Twilight books. I had tears in my eyes, and I can't believe I'm crying. It just brought back the first reading of that chapter, the million readings that I have had of it, and oh, it was so real. I just, when she was running and they were just enjoying it so much, oh, it was really nice to see. The part where she smells a human. He's on top of like a mountain climbing. Bella climbing up that mountain. I freaking look like the Exorcist. The scene where Bella realizes that, you know, Jacob has imprinted on Renesmee, it was so great. Oh my god. She was so violent, and I felt really bad when Seth got hurt, but Edward was perfect. The how to be human scene with Alice teaching her how to be human was also great. Try to move slowly. A little slower maybe. I think of all the films, Kristen Stewart did the best in this film, and maybe it's because she wasn't Bella-y and unsure of herself. She didn't, you know, bite her lip and blink a million times. She was very sure of herself and vampire-y. I also love Jacob in this movie. He really stood out to me here. I felt like he was a really good big brother figure for Renesmee, and it wasn't creepy in the slightest. You know, that was a worry. How great was the Jake showing Charlie that he's turned into a wolf scene? Oh my god. They're so spectacular, and Charlie especially is always hysterical. Taylor Lautner really brought it in that scene. He was great. When he turned into the wolf and he roared and then he sat down and was like, oh, I just want to pet him. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it was so good. That scene where Bella and Jake are driving to Charlie's to drop off Renesmee. I mean, when they were laughing about the vampire sitting at the house, it was just so nice. It was so cute. They did a really good job with this last one. There's that whole thing of how vampires are always so statuesque, and you can see it in the movies. It's always so weird. They're just standing as couples in a room, like 50 couples. What are you doing? You're just not moving. And I love when Jake points out at the end, like, oh, we should sit around and tell war stories, and he looks and everyone's just standing still near the trees, or sit around like statues, whatever. Oh my god, Garrett was so good. I love that. I love that he had his own little opening scene that introduced his character. It was great. When Bella and Edward went to go get the Denali's on their side, I love that there's a little fight that went down, because in the book everything just goes really smoothly. I really enjoyed it, and I love when Bella went up and she's like, oh, off my man, hands off, don't be don't. Okay, now let's talk about the end. Okay. We talked about this months ago when the trailer came out, how, you know, maybe Alice, that like the fight would just all be Alice's vision, but that's not what's in your mind when you're watching the movie. At first, I'm waiting for this battle to happen, because we're all waiting, because it was the trailer, so we know it's coming, and we don't know what's gonna happen, and that's what was so great about it. Everyone has read the book, practically, almost everyone. Everyone knows what happens, and nothing does happen. This shit. So Arrow grabs Alice's hand, sees the future, and she takes it away. You're You're gonna fight whatever you see, whatever I say. The way Alice fights is that not the coolest thing. And she just, her moves are awesome. So she like flips downward and kicks her leg up. He goes fucking flying. They take hold of Alice. Carsley goes sprinting. Let her go! My heart's like... Before this, I was already emotional. I started crying when they crossed together or to meet Arrow with Renesmee, and Kellen came and Jacob came. I was just... And even when the Volturi had started coming, that usually I laugh at their entrance scenes because they're so over the top, but this felt daunting. I don't know if it was the music or the fact that it was the last one or that I didn't know how it was gonna go down, but I had tears because I was like, oh, this is the end, and okay, back to Carlisle. Oh my god, Carlisle. He goes sprinting, Arrow goes sprinting. We got one of those big jump bangs like we get in Twilight at the baseball game. They fucking fall down. When he lifted up Carsley's head, the whole theater gasped. Shit, I fucking started having a panic attack. I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I screamed no. It was just the biggest shock. I was sitting like this and I got up. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I start crying. Then all fucking hell breaks loose. Jasper! When Jasper died, holy shit. What am I doing? Olivia sitting next to me, we're like grabbing each other like what's going on? Then we have Seth dying. Oh my god, I couldn't even, I just started breaking down like and at one point I did say this has to be a vision, but it didn't feel like a vision because it went on for so freaking long. They did a great job. Now thinking about it, looking back, I kind of wish it was real because it threw me. It really threw me and I was reeling so hard. That moment where Alice comes like sliding through people to get to Jane. Oh, it's so awesome! Oh, it was so good! Bella's, you know, expanding her shield. Oh my god, when Bella was doing her shield for whoever it was and she got tackled, I just had a heart attack because I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen! Edward, he fell in the shaft. Oh my god, first Esme. Oh my god, Esme, I can't even alone. And Leah. And then when Edward went down there, I screamed. I loudly screamed in a movie theater full of people. I seriously lost it. This whole section, I was going insane, and I think the whole theater was. And we were all screaming, like the whole theater. Caius, Jamie Campbell-Bower, every time he spoke, I started laughing, because now I'm like, that guy who's playing Jace, and I can't, no, oh my god. A farce! They lie! At one point I did say, shut up, Jamie, no one wants to talk to you, out loud, and I was like, oh, people here probably don't want my commentary. Too bad, I already gave it. We have that moment, and Edward is going for Arrow. Ah! And Arrow is almost gonna rip his head off. I was hysterical. Yeah! Kirsten comes sprinting. She looks seriously badass. In the trailer, she looked cheesy. Fucking badass here. I was like, they're gonna do the move! And they did the fucking move. When they ripped off his head. Oh, bitches. Everyone cheered. It was so great. It was just the whole scene, it was more than a scene, the sequence just made for such an amazing rush of adrenaline. I was having a panic attack. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen to me, let alone the people on the screen. Such a good move by them. But then when it finally comes back and everyone's alive, whole theater, it was great. I was reeling for like a whole hour. I had mascara smeared all over my face because I was like, oh, while it was happening because I couldn't control myself. I mean, seeing that dog die, seeing Seth die, who could watch that and not bawl? The reason why I kind of wanted that to happen, I wanted that to be real, is because we really don't have closure. And with that happen, they wiped out the Volturi, there would be closure. I like the idea of it ending differently because it really fucked with our heads. Because we all sit there in all the Twilight movies knowing every single move, everything that's gonna happen. That's a reason why they kind of don't thrill you, because nothing really throws you that hard. It's just like, oh, they changed that a little bit from the book. Oh, Jake doesn't leave at the end of Eclipse. Oh, He leads the beginning of Breaking Dawn. Oh my god. It's not like that. That was huge. That was mind-blowing. No matter how, and you know, we've heard Stephanie say, well, I shouldn't have the battle in interviews because she didn't want people to die, because people would have died. Some of the Cullens would have died, and we always wonder who would have died. I don't know if she ever announced it, but now we know. Now we know what would have happened, and I kind of wanted to, because nothing that bad ever happened in the Twilight films. Irina died, big whoop. Oh, the moment when Irina died, fucking awesome. When Garrett was holding back Irina, I had tears. I was crying then too, but it wasn't like these dramatic tears. It was kind of just like silent little drops. This was, I was like on top of my seat. Like, I can't even explain. I couldn't contain myself afterward. I was like, that was brutal. I was just talking. Anyway, now I got myself all worked up about it again. It was spectacular. When the Denali's killed Jamie, spectacular. I just thought they did such a good job with it. And I mean, I'm not saying it was the best movie ever, because obviously it was a Twilight film, but for the Twilight films, this was the best. I wish they threw us more. I wish they did weird, killed people off. That was great. It was so good. Then, the end. I don't know if I like that little flash forward with the two couples together. It kind of freaked me out because they all look the same, and it was weird. You know, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but in the book, I always think it's kind of creepy, but it really touches me when Edward is like, Jacob, take care of my daughter, my son, or whatever he says, and they kind of get over their differences, then become a family, accept each other. They had it, and it was funny, and it was cute. You're really good with her, and I'm really glad she has you. The way Jake looked at him, I mean, it was so nice. Should I start calling you Dad? And he's like, no, don't do that. He said no, and I said no, don't do that out loud in the theater. I have issues now, because I talked to you guys about it. I feel like I feel like you're all there. We can talk about it at the time it's going. We have that scene that I also really love. It's the last scene in the book. They're in the field, you know, and that was nice because it called back to the other movies. It kind of connected them, and as cheesy as it was, I cried when that montage came up. It was just really nice. And then, that's not all. When the credits rolled, I lost it more. They didn't just do the people in the film. They did everyone who's ever been in the Twilight movies. I love you for 1,000 more. Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie, and I really want to see it again, because it went pretty fast for me. I had to pee during it, which really irritated me. I peed at that moment where the Volturi were accusing that guy of joining Carsley or whatever, and Alec was using his powers, and I came back and Bella was trying to use her shield for the first time. I was like, damn it, what did I miss? Ah! And I like literally sprinted. I scared one of the movie guys, you know, the guys who walk around making sure you have a ticket to go in. I was running down the hall and there was no one in it because it was really late, and he's running this way. He turned around and went like this, like I was a robber with a gun gonna attack him, and I just kept running. I was like, sorry, I'm just trying to pee fast. I really love to hear what you guys thought. Did you go crazy during the freaking twist scene? I left smiling so big, and I was sad, but what a great way to end it. Well done, Melissa Rosenberg and Bill Condon, Stephanie Meyer, Wick Godfrey, everyone on the crew there. Just very nice. Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the movie as much as I did. I will talk to you next time. Bye! Also, Arrow's laugh when he heard Renesmee's heart. What the actual fuck was that?